Welcome to my second video about traveling to the Philippines. Hello everybody! Welcome to my channel. Magandang araw sa iyong lahat. Welcome po sa aking channel. Welcome to the second video about traveling to the Philippines. First of all, I want to take some small time to thank all my subscribers. I almost reached the 200 subscribers. Maybe when the video is coming out I already just reached it, but I'm almost there. So for all the people that already subscribed to my channel, thank you for your support. If you didn't subscribe yet, please click the red button down the video. That's the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the notification bell also to get updates about the new videos that are coming up. It's highly appreciated and it's totally free. But for everybody that already did, thank you very much for your support. So it's really nice to see that all the effort that I'm putting in my videos, that there are people that really are happy with this. And for all my subscribers, in a few weeks I have a surprise, so it's worth it to just click the button. It's not costing you anything, and you will see in a few weeks I have a big surprise. Now in this video I want to talk to some basic things that are starting before you're going to the Philippines. First of all, you need to see how many days you want to travel to the Philippines. Now that's important because you have to ask holiday on your work, but also, and I will not go really in a lot of details about this because it will be in other videos, but if you're traveling less than 30 days, you don't need an extra visa to go to the Philippines. If you're going longer, you can apply here in Belgium or you can do it in Philippines, but I will talk about that later. So it's important that you know if you will travel less than 30 days or more than 30 days. Now, if you're thinking about how to travel, it's not like a standard trip that you can book when you're traveling here inside Europe, or you're going to Turkey, or you're going to Egypt. You can go there if you want just the sun, the beaches. It's all possible in the Philippines. But if you want to start traveling a little bit, you have to know that traveling in Philippines is taking more long than what we normally have here in Belgium. Now the public transportation, it's better in Philippines than here in Belgium, but the people that know Belgium, they will know that the public transportation here in Belgium can be a real big disaster. So the public transportation there is a lot better, but it's taking more time to do the same distance. If you have to take a distance here in Belgium for 100 kilometers, if you have some highway, it will take about 1 hour, a little bit more than 1 hour to travel. Now, it's not the same over there. It depends which roads that you will take and which transportation that you will take. But to give you an example, we did a trip for 650 kilometers with a bus, and it took us 16 hours to go there. So you have to consider, if you want to take some extra travels there and you are not capable to take the airplane, then you have to know that you have to take extra days to take your travels. So that's one of the things also that you have to consider if you want to travel around. It doesn't matter if you just want to go to the beaches, 2 weeks it's enough. But if you want to see something from the culture and everything, you have to go at least 3 weeks, because you also have to count your traveling from here to there and then back. You lose almost 1 day to go there and 1 day to come back. Now all depends of course which flight that you're taking and your stopover. But the flights, it's around 15 hours flying time. So if you have another 4 hours transfer time, you're immediately 20 hours. You have to be a little bit earlier here on the airport. So you have to take about 24 hours before you're there. If you're coming back, the time is in your advantage because the time will go back, so it looks less long. But also if you're in Philippines and you're coming from another island, I would never take the risk to arrive today in Manila or in Cebu or every other international airport city, and travel the same day again to come home, because a lot of flights are cancelled. If you're flying, for example, with Cebu Pacific, it's a lot of delays also in with that airplane company. Now, Cebu Pacific is one of the 3 big airplane companies in the Philippines. You have Philippine Airlines, you have Cebu Pacific, and you have Air Asia. Now, Cebu Pacific, you have some delays with that, so I would not take that risk. So you have to count already 1 day, at least 1 day in advance, that you have to be back in Manila. That's already counting some days, so 2 weeks, it's not really a long time to take the big distance. So that's one of the things that you have to consider before you really start planning. You have to know what you want to do there. You just want to lay on the beach, or you want to travel and do some hikings and some tours. Now, if you know what you will do, you can see also where you can do it, because you have different airports in the Philippines. You can travel to Manila, you can travel to Cebu, you can travel to Clark, that's a little bit above Manila. It depends also which airplane company that you're using, because sometimes you can also fly on Davao, that's in Mindanao, that's in the south of the Philippines. There are even airplanes that immediately go to General Santos, that's really the south of Mindanao. So you have to know what you want to do and what you want to see, but also which area you want to visit, because it's making a difference. Because if you're traveling to Manila, but you want to investigate and you want to stay in the area of Cebu, maybe it's more interesting to take a different airplane company and immediately fly on Cebu, so you don't have your stopover in Manila and you don't have to take another airplane anymore. So there are things that you have to consider. But for me, at least 3 weeks if you want to go to the Philippines and to explore some things. If you see this pause sign on the screen, you know that I had to cut this video in 2 parts, because otherwise the video will become too long and that's not nice to see. I promised you to make my videos shorter, but for me it's not always easy. People that know me in real, they will know if I start talking about the Philippines, I can talk for hours, because it's so beautiful country. So I really have to cut my video in 2 parts. The next video is about booking a ticket, and I will give you my opinion for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, so I have some feedback what you like about this information. If you have questions, my email address will be here also down the video, and I will put it also here, so if you have questions you can ask them, and then I can adapt my content about that to reply on your questions. If you didn't subscribe yet, there's also the button here on top. Just click it to subscribe. It's highly appreciated and it's totally free. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Paalam!